Today we're visiting Stillorgan Decor, one of the major suppliers of paint in the Dublin area. Depending on your point of view, decorating can either be brilliant fun or really challenging. So as a result, every month what we're going to do in the programme is actually deal with a different aspect of interior design. And I believe choosing a paint is one of the most difficult aspects of the business. As a result, we've come here to Stillorgan Decor and we're going to deal with two companies I love to deal with. I think they're the most prestigious in the business, top quality stuff. One of them is the Irish firm called Colour Trend, and they're based in Newbridge. The other is the British firm called Farrow & Ball, and they're based in Dorset. Now, in my opinion, what sets these companies apart is their dedication to quality. And I know that's a buzzword that we say all the time, but they really put in the research to provide the best product. And where I'm coming from on that is that when redecorating a room or an area, it's really not that expensive a thing to do. Paint is not the most expensive thing that you're going to spend money on. So paying twice as much as you will realistically for both of these paints is actually worth it. They provide paints that are actually tactile. They have wonderful texture. You see them on a wall and you actually want to touch them. Now, their research has made the paints really durable and have great depth and have great quality. And to me, that's unmatchable in the business. Doors Plus are a company that do everything they can to predict what the customer wants. And there's always something new to see in their showroom. Patrick, I'm delighted to meet you at long last. I've been driving up and down that motorway looking at Doors Plus written up there, and now I'm here today because I am really curious about composite doors. Everybody's talking about them and I don't know all I should. Major design point here, or a mistake that one can make, is that if you, generally speaking, if you have a knob on your door and you want to replace the look, best stick in most situations with a knob again, because the mechanism behind it can tend to be different to the handle. So don't assume that you can replace this with this or vice versa. Patrick, you guys give great advice, I'm sure, to people when they come in, but it's really an important thing and it can be a really costly mistake to make if you get that wrong. And also another thing to keep in mind is that when you're placing a knob like this on the door, it needs to be recessed in further, because obviously closing it, you can have this crashing of your knuckles, particularly men, into the door frame. So that's another thing to just keep in mind, whereas these can be placed closer to the edge, obviously. Kids-wise as well, it's a big deal. Kids find these harder to move than these, so you might like that feature, particularly if you've got young children. So there's a million things to take into account when you're buying hardware like this, and you really need to come to a good company like Doors Plus, who will mind you and protect you and advise you as to the right way to get the right hardware for you.